husband apparently released these pictures, which is low class,
Right.
and also illegal. It's called revenge porn. That is illegal. But the thing is the human species has a certain propensity for revenge, and it's not because it's nastiness. It's a survival instinct.
Right.
If somebody, if you were out in the fields of wherever, and some neighboring tribesman came over and stole your wife, you went back and you stole her ass back. So this guy was getting disrespected and cheated on, and he decided the only thing he could do was get himself a little revenge, and he broke the law. But the thing is that when it's all said and done, I don't know what the penalty for revenge porn is, but it's probably nothing compared to what she's going to be dealing with on Monday when people start asking her, what's going on with this? There's pictures of you huffing a bong naked with a man and a woman, and not only that, this girl apparently is sporting an Iron Cross tattoo. Now, you and I both know that the Iron Cross has transcended Nazism. First of all, it's not even called an Iron Cross; it's called a Maltese Cross.
Right.
So this girl's going to be able to come up with a whole lot of excuses like, oh, I was a skateboarder, because skateboarders use that, and also there's that company, Independent Trucks. For those who don't know, a truck is the axle and mounting section of a skateboard between the wheels and below the deck. I don't know how popular skateboarding is these days, so some people may not know when I say independent trucks. They may not understand what I'm talking about. But they use a variation of the Iron Cross. So this girl, I'm sure, is going to come up with a whole bunch of excuses. But the fact is she's sporting an Iron Cross in an era where everybody's a racist. So she's going to have a hard time convincing everybody. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So that's our political environment. We have Republicans that seem to be trying to amass power and steal money, and then we have Democrats that seem to think that it's an excuse to engage in whatever vice that they think they want to try out and get away with it. And then all they do is the disclaimer is that I'm no political party's fan. That's not my. I would destroy them all, throw them all in a ditch, and start again. But
I'm kind of with you on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that option. It's not a realistic expectation. But when you do things that, here's the thing. Cheating on your husband I don't believe that that's technically a crime. Now in Islam it is. So I don't know how Omar thought she was going to get away with this without getting stoned, but it's because she's in.
Don't you know she's a selective Muslim?
Yeah. She only follows the Sharia law that applies to her.
that benefits her.
Yeah, correct. The benefits her. That's a better way of stating it. Yeah, because if she was in Saudi Arabia right now, she'd be buried neck deep, and people be smacking her head with a rock. So
it's amazing what kind of hypocrisy goes on out there, and when you read the background on how all the Browns and Pelosi's and Newsoms, they're all intermarried and interwoven.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
I mean, we literally have a cabal here in California.
Yeah, I had heard that too. Now, sometimes, I'd heard it from some heavy right wingers. So sometimes I question, when somebody says something like that, I usually question. But I went and looked, and it's absolutely true. It's
it's Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's creepy. It's like a bunch of nepotism, and they're setting up um some kind of Camelot, some kind of um uh family it's like a mafioso. It's like a mafia. It's like
Yeah,
family to family to family. It's very creepy. There's like four families or something. It's nuts. And people
yeah,
don't know
no,
this. It's crazy.
yeah.
God, it's just ridiculous out there.
And when they and no one looks into the government contracts that are either no bid or the companies come in so low that nobody could underbid them,
Yeah,
and yet the work never gets done.
yeah, or if it ever does, the cost overruns are like 300%.
Yeah,
It's
when Feinstein just got reelected,
yeah.
the next day, a company that her husband's involved with got a just about 70 million under $1 billion
Wow.
contract for the train to nowhere.
Oh yeah, the Chain to Nowhere. That's classic. That's notorious. That's it.
I mean, literally, they're taking this money saying we can do it lower than everybody else, but we're never going to have to do the work, so there's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, and then well, we had to do some environmental studies, and it cost us $1 billion to do it. So now we need more money so we can actually build this train. Okay, well, nah, we're good. We'll walk. I gotta get a bus pass. I'm not gonna hop on a train that goes from the Bay Area to like Merced or some freaking shithole like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. Um. So anyway, I don't know if this girl is gonna survive this whole thing. I hope she doesn't. I hope she gets crushed and humiliated and has to actually live like a human being instead of some kind of privileged Ivy Leaguer. But she'll probably skate on it. But I don't know. Her husband apparently has decided that he's going to make her life a living hell. So
And hopefully he does. I mean,
yeah,
nobody deserves it more.
yeah, that's true. It's not when I say that kind of stuff. I don't mean it when I say that kind of stuff. I don't mean it out of nastiness or vindictiveness. Not at all. The thing is that these people they never have to pay for the things that they do. They never have to. They do these horrible things, and then they just skate. And they never learn. They never learn how to be a human being. They just spend their entire time living off people like freaking vampires, and they never get caught. We've seen a lot lately. Weinstein gets caught. This girl Omar, Bill Clinton got caught, but look what happened to him. He skated on that. Look at what's his name, John F. Kennedy. I always talk about John F. Kennedy because he's a poster child for infidelity. Here's the thing, and people would talk about that guy, and they would go, well, that's none of our business. Okay, yeah, it is, because he was the president of the United States. When the president of the United States can't even be the president of the United States, I accentuate that. That is not Joe Schmo dumbass that runs the liquor store down the street. This is the president of the United States. He can't even be true to his own wife. His own wife. And you think he's going to be your buddy? He's going to look out for you? Bullet, you're in serious denial. Bill Clinton.
Well, I mean,
Good.
I can't even think of the last president that who I actually believed was looking out for his constituency.
Yeah,
None in my lifetime.
not me neither. When politicians, when you make politics a career, that's a problem. Because not only did the founding fathers not intend that, that's why there was the founding fathers, I don't believe, intended that. that's one of the reasons why the legislature only had to get together like every 3 years. They were required to get together every 3 years. And now a lot of that had to do with the fact that you had to travel across the country on a train. But like California's legislature originally was part-time. You show up for a couple days out of the month and you figure out some stuff, and then you pass some bills, and then you go back to the farm, or go back